Good afternoon, everyone. I was recently in shul where a gentleman, during the entire Kriyat Torah, thought it would be appropriate to continue to read from his Chumash, I guess, the same Torah reading. I say I guess because I don't know what he was reading, but he was doing so out loud enough that I can tell you about it. I believe this is very problematic for two reasons. One, there is a beautiful siman in Shulchan Aruch, Kuf Mem Vav, in Orach Chaim 146, that talks about what you're allowed and not allowed to do during Kriyas Torah. And there are different opinions if you're allowed to learn. But assuming you're allowed to, either you're allowed to learn Shtayim Mikra ve'echar Targum specifically, or you're allowed to learn anything you want in certain circumstances if you want to be Mekel. The Mishnah Berurah twice in Siman Katan Chet and Siman Katan Yud Aleph says on one condition. And what is the condition of the Mishnah Berurah? The condition of the Mishnah Berurah is אפילו הכי אינו מותר בכל רמלה דעזו כדי שלא יטריד שאר השומעים. Repeating it again in Siman Katan Yud Aleph, ומכל מקום זה אינו מותר רק בלחש שלא יבלבל דעת השומעים. So first and foremost, if you want to read and out loud during Torah reading, 100% forbidden. You can read, but not out loud. Number two, it could very well be that the people sitting next to you will not be Yotze Kriyas Torah for the following reason. Trei kale lo mishtame. It's impossible to hear two voices at the same time. And therefore you can't have two people reading the Megillah at the same time, even though it would be a great Purim joke, simply because you cannot hear two voices at the same time. There is a machlokes between the Chazon Ish and the Gris Soloveitchik. If when you read the Megillah and you have a kosher Megillah in front of you, is it better to read word for word with the Chazan? So mitzvah bo yoter mi bishlocho, it's better to do it by yourself than via a proxy, the Chazan. Or is it better to hear it from the Chazan because we paskin it's better to hear it in a minyan? Regardless of that machlokes, that's only if you have a kosher Megillah in front of you. Here, all you have is a chumash. So in my opinion, for sure, you're not yotze yedei chovat kriyas Torah because you are reading and doing so out loud. So to sum up, if you want to learn during Torah reading, problematic, but there are those that allow it, however, on two conditions. Number one, you do so quietly. And number two, if you don't do so quietly, you may be affecting not only yourself, but the people around you not to Yotze Kriyas Torah. Have a wonderful day.